let me admit. It's okay. Roy, please, can you show us the table of exercise, please? Can you show us the table of exercise, please?
The Excel.
No. Okay. Questionnaire about management. Management.
Okay.
Yes, yesterday we sending that questionnaire. Everyone received. Hello.
Yes, we received it.
So
Yes.
you received. So anyone feel?
Oh, Emerson?
Yes.
I received it. I received the email. Unfortunately, I didn't open as I was traveling. So I can work on it today.
It's okay. Thank you.
Good.
So
Good.
let me first give the example with Sipati developed. Rui, can you go down to Sipati, please? Down. So, okay. It's okay. Sorry, Rui. Can you go up again for the page where we have the titles? Can you go up again, please? Up. It's okay. Stop you. So we developed that small draft of questionnaire because our objective on this project is it for develop and a website with in the website we will have an relative materials for supports and for help for develop a good project management, finance and administrative. So that the first column we have a country or organization, country and name of organization. The second we've got a project name and action, and then local, the place where we implementation, and period of implementation, and budget. Budget we feel it's not mandatory. It's optional. If everyone we don't know if everyone are okay with sharing the budget we manage. It's optional. And founder, donor, probable incurred in the management, administrative and financial, difficult performing obligation according to the procedure. Question, were the result achieved to the satisfactory or not? A percentage with you meaning you over on the end of the project. So, okay, now, can you go down for Promart example, please? Roy. Sorry, Sipati, I'm so sorry from my third partners. It's okay. Mozambique, Sipati. It's okay. Name of the first example, is it Mozambique of War and Peace? For example, the activity with development, research and elaboration of 24 documentaries about Mozambique War and Peace. Can you go down, Rui, please? War and Peace, okay, of our clients was promoted up again. Up, Rui, please, again. It's okay. This was developed in Mozambique on 2014 to 2018. The budget we managed it was 600,000 here, funded by European Union, and as administrative aspect. So on administrative aspect, we face difficulty in develop the narrative reports regarding the relationship between activity and cost, difficulties in time for cost, and then difficulties in field time sheets. Down, Rui, please. Okay, on financial aspect, in financial aspect, in the first year of the execution of the project, the great difficulty was to prove that eligible of some expense due to lack of requirements such as invoice and receipt with the complete details, even that part of some expense were made in other countries, in Africa, Europe, and United States. Part of them were paid on online several systems. The purchase receipts do not allow adding information. That is the details necessary for reconciliation between. Can you go down, please? Between according balance and the financial reports seen by the auditor and situation. So up, Rui, please, again. It's okay. About procedures, aim to greet goals of financial reports comparing to results on activity carried out, down. Down, Rui, please. It's okay, up. Okay, it's okay. And then on the results achieved on satisfactories on this project, up, Rui, please. Satisfactory average 75 to 85%, and then the percentage of satisfaction with the project 75 to 85. My second example, please, Rui, down. Okay, my second example is it for a small project named Not Worth It. It's action developed radio soap opera of the instrument developed by the MAS Foundation to contribute to the fight against extreme violence. Please read down. So Ms. Valence on north of Mozambique, client Promart 2, up, Rui, please. It was developed on Mozambique on 2020, budget management for $1,000 USD, funded by MASC Community Support Mechanism. Administrative aspect, I didn't feel it anyone. We still working on this. So financial aspects, compliance in the document presentation to the financial audits. Can you go down, please, Rui? Numerous cases of undocumented expenses due to lack of access to registered service. It's okay, down, Rui, please. So, okay. Down, Rui, please. It's okay. Up and stop. When the second page, okay. Activity and activity. Oh, activity field research. Rui, down, please. Activity field research and interview were in the recommended area were part of the service presented and documented expenses due to lack of access to registered service. So there is a small, can you go up, please? There is a small example we filled, small example on the two different kinds of project we manage it. So now we're looking for relative experience of you, our partners, for we development a big questionnaire for we discuss and have a resolution on the financial workshop, and then we introduce that discuss and that material for be support on the website, and that website it will be used with all of us. So, okay, now, for example, we can going up and ask, just for one example per company for today, we can up and ask for Elinga Teatro. Nani, you are here, please, Anacleta. Next, I have Botswana. So sorry again, up Botswana. So Jenny, you can for one example, you can talk about one example of your of one project according with that questionnaire.
Sure. So Isaac did try to join, but maybe I'm glad he wasn't able to join. So I'm going to tell you about a project that we were engaged to do called Vision 2036 by the government here in Botswana. And it was to develop a 60-second motivational television commercial that really gets the point across that the entire world is going to be a beautiful place.
For a second, Jenny, sorry. Rui, can you take the notes, please, directly on the forms, on the questionnaire? Please, now we are with Jenny, with Q Hub. Please, yes, for example, one on the action. It's okay, Jenny? I'm so sorry. Please, can you continue?
That's okay.
It's okay.
So it was, the project was called Vision 2036, and the objective was to develop a 60-second motivational video that lets the world know how wonderful life is going to be once the country reaches its development goals in 2036.
Okay.
And it was a very, very small budget project, 50,000 pula, which is about $5,000.
Okay.
And in order to get around that, our idea was to use stock video as well as a bit of motion graphics, and film a poet giving a poem on a green screen so that we could just superimpose her everywhere. Okay. But there was a really strong misalignment between the Kihaba vision of the company, the vision of the client, and the budget of the client.
Okay. Okay, let me read again. It's okay. And which concretely problem did you face on administrative and financial management?
Move forward with the project. We spent a lot of time and effort engaging a poet to write a poem, and the client hated it.
Oh.
And once we try, I mean, it wouldn't even fit, like Setswana, you cannot say anything in 60 seconds. So the entire project it just fell apart because of this misalignment between what the company thought was going to be a product that would meet the client's needs, what the client wanted, and what the budget would allow.
Great. Okay, thank you. So difficult in performing obligation according to the procedures. I don't know if it was a big procedures because the budget was low. Difficult about this.
Sorry, Emerson. Sorry, everyone. I'm having problems here with my.
It's okay. Can you go and take just the notes on your?
What I would suggest is that we could put this document in the Google Drive, yeah, in the Google Drive, and then everyone could feel the experiences.
Yes,
I think it would be faster and better if everyone could write for himself.
Yes, just one example for everyone. Can you do it, Ruth, please?
Yes, I'm doing it just now.
It's okay. So please, 1 minute for everyone, please. It's okay. Jenny, I am going to back to you.
Oh my gosh, this connection.
Okay. Oh, what all of you suggest about the questionnaire? I mean, we can create a group dynamic. We give just one example for all of us knows, and then we can fill it well. The two example and given a good formatting for the document. For the document.
Okay.
Yes, justice for.
But, as I wrote in the chat, I'm facing some problems with my connection.
Oh.
I am always losing the connection, and sometimes I don't hear you.
Oh, it's okay. Sorry, Anacleta. It's okay. We're going to back to you. Okay. Yeah, yes. We can hear you, but not very well. We can. I can back to you. So now we were with Jenny. It's okay. We was filling the questionnaire. It's okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Anacleta. Okay. It's okay. Jenny, I give the proposal for everyone for we fill just one example for one project per organization, and then we can continue to fill for tomorrow we end the discussion. It's okay.
Awesome. So I filled in just as we were blah, blah, blah. I just pasted my stuff into the Google spreadsheet. So it's there. I think I can just re-talk us through it. I like how you reframed it. But Isaac has not had a chance to, yeah, I think I should probably recap where we were.
So it's okay. We can all of us we can fill, and for tomorrow we discuss. Now I'm going to hear the example from Lesotho, please. It's okay, Jenny. We're going to still to feel well and organize. It's okay.
Awesome.
Okay, thank you. It's okay now from Lesotho. One of you, yes, from Lesotho, one of you can give us just one example. Roy, can you share the screen, please? Morija Museum, one example of the project you manage, where you manage the budget, the problem you faced, so difficult, and that you can see on that photo, please.
Okay. Do you hear me?
Yes, can you hear you?
Okay, cool. So at Morija Museum, we used to run, so it's a project from the past, we used to run a project called Morijam Arts and Culture Festival.
Yes.
And we ran the project from 1999 to 2002.
Yes.
And it was at the time the only such cultural festival in the country. The objective was to bring people from all over Lesotho to come together and celebrate the different aspects of Lesotho culture. There's often this misunderstanding that it's a homogeneous culture, but there are many different aspects. So the festival ran for 5 days, sometimes 4 days, end of September and the beginning of October. I think it's easy if you give me more questions.
Oh. So do you have a budget optional if you want to set the budget or not? Budget you manage on that small on this project? Yes.
Well, I can't really say the actual figures now, but you can imagine for a 4 to 5 day festival, it was quite a hefty budget that was capable of bringing artists like Yuma Sekela and Oliver Mtukudi. I mean, just to mention the most internationally known artists. So it was quite a task. Yeah.
So
and much of the money was not sourced through one funder. It was collective fundraising efforts that took almost the whole year to complete, and would have mostly commercial entities from Vodacom to Econet to insurance companies. We tried to just pull the entire economy into the cultural event.
okay. So when we're going to fill the place of the founder, we can fill all of founder, not just the principal founder, all of. So okay, problem which the concretely problem you face it on your on manage the project, administrative and financial problem.
Well, I mean, the process of fundraising in itself was hell, right? And also because the festival was quite big, it's quite difficult to sort of like keep it in the scale was big. I think for people in Zimbabwe, they know a similar project, similar festival that was called Haifa, and so this is kind of on that scale, and so unlike the people in Zimbabwe, who I think had much more high-flying sponsors, it just became a little bit too much of a burden for the sponsors to keep on, because it didn't have a very commercial aspect of it. Perhaps I would say would put all the money into the festival and then we wouldn't make any profit from it. So
okay. Can I also add into something that was a major challenge? Something else that was a major challenge was because the team at the Morijam Museum and Archives was so small and the festival was so big.
Okay.
It became difficult to kind of manage the day-to-day goings of the museum itself because there were a bunch of other projects, but this one took the main priority. So you'd find that people are overworked and people are basically pitching into jobs that they wouldn't normally do on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, that was a major challenge of it. I think people just started to become very overworked and tired. And by the time the festival was over and reports had to be done, everyone was so overworked. So it was kind of like balancing other projects together with this festival was kind of a challenge. because it wasn't just that festival. There were other events underneath the actual main festival, like the school cultural competitions. There were lectures going on. There were other like film festivals going on. So it was like, it wasn't just the main festival itself. It was also other events under the main festival. So the team was very small. So you can, yeah, it was kind of difficult to keep track of the formalities of the admin side of things and, you know, financial reports, because sometimes we'd have to pull in like consultancies and this and that. So yeah, it was a challenging project overall.
Okay, about the procedures, manuals of procedure, any problems about? Or it was founded haven't a manual of procedures?
Sorry, can you repeat that again?
I'm talking about the column before the problem of administrative and financial. We say difficult performing obligation according to procedures manuals. If it's not applicable for you, it's okay. We can come from the last question, where the result achieved to the satisfactory average percentage satisfaction of the project. It's okay.
Okay. Can I just answer the previous questions on obligations according to procedure? I think because a lot of the sponsors had their own different ways of reporting.
Yes.
Reporting back after the event. Yeah, that's where the difficulty was in according to their structures and then the structures that we have. It was, yeah, I think that was quite difficult. That was like part of a big challenge in the festival. And then the question, were the results achieved to a satisfactory average? I think so, yeah. People still talk about the festival up until today.
Okay.
There's always questions about when is it gonna come back and this and that. So yeah, the project itself was successful, just the management was the challenge.
Okay, thank you. So on my agenda was said that on 4 we're going to stop for 10 minutes, but I mean we had our break. Is it that, Jenny, no? We stopped for 5 minutes, so now we can continue. It's okay for everyone?
Yes, that's fine.
It's okay, thank you. Now,
That's fine.
okay, now I'm going to Malawi Crossroad. One example, please, on the same idea.
Okay, so I am going to talk about a project that we ran last year. You can hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this project is called Ethno Malawi. So it's like an international camp where musicians come together to organize cultural music.
So
this camp, sorry?
Yeah, you can continue, please. I mean, it's someone are often good, and I don't know who is. Okay, can you continue, please?
Okay, so this camp runs for a week.
Yes.
But during this camp, we did face some problems, starting from how things were run, from communication. So we had a lot of problems with communication about who is reporting to who. So because people didn't know who to report to, there was a lot of miscommunication, and there were a lot of things that were never talked about and resolved until the end of the camp. We also faced some financial problems where the sponsors that we proposed the whole idea to didn't get back to us sooner. Most of them actually got back to us after the camp, which caused us a little bit of some ups and downs. I'll skip the question for managed budget.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so we did receive satisfactory results, because at the end of the camp, everybody was satisfied. We did get the recordings that we wanted to do, the songs that we planned to record. We had all of that, and we did report at the end of the day. So it was a good project. It had satisfying results. So for percentages, I would give it an 80 to 85.
It's okay. It's okay. So now we can, okay, we can go to Malawi. Close road. It's okay. Kondwani, you are here? University of Malawi, Kondwani? I don't know if Kondwani.
Oh, he just sent a message in the group saying that he's not doing well with internet connectivity.
When he back, we're going to. It's okay. We can Treasure, please. Tumani Letu. Treasure, are you still here?
Oh, yes, I'm still here.
It's okay.
Yes, I'm having some issues with my internet as well. I don't know.
It's okay. It's just for you give one example with for responded question are here on this questionnaire. So for project management, one example, please.
Yeah, cool. Good. I will give an example of one of the projects we've been running.
Yes.
So we do a festival and we do some other projects, and one of them is the Lalenka Folktale projects, which we do in partnership with the Malawi National Commission for UNESCO. Basically, for that project, we work with, it's a project dedicated to refugee children, because in Malawi, we have people that were born as refugees. Some of them are like 25 years now, some almost 30. And they are not connected to their home countries. So that project is basically collecting folktales from all the countries being in the camp. We collect the folktales from the elderly people in the camp, and then they are recorded, and later we train actors that start performing those stories for children, so that the children could be connected to their own countries somehow. And it's a project that has been very, I will skip some of the components here. So funded, the project was funded. It's funded for the past year since 2017 by a foundation called the Ray Foundation Limited. It's a foundation from the New Zealand, and we are implementing it in Malawi in partnership with the National Commission for UNESCO. We've been having a bit of problems with these projects somehow, because when we started the project, we didn't, like when budgeting, we never spent the time to really think of every small detail. So we kind of under budgeted for the project, and when implementing, we experienced a bit of challenges and difficulties, but eventually discussing with the funders, we managed to solve those problems and to increase the fund so that everything could be covered in the budget. Difficulties in performing the obligation. No, it has been very smooth, and everything has been going well, and that's why the funders have been happy with that since 2017. We're still working together, and now they have even given us another, or they have even started funding another project that we will start implementing mid of this year. And yes, it's been successful. And then, yeah, so I've skipped a lot of questions here. Emerson, if you have a particular question that you want me to answer, go ahead, and I'm here for you.
Okay, for now, is it okay? So when all of us fill the two example, we can formatting and development more details. Okay, thank you. It's okay now.
Thank you, Emerson.
Okay, now we can go to Mozambique, Kuzula. Felizarda, you still here?
Yes. So
I can't hear Callisto. Maybe we can come back to Callisto. Now, for Circus Zambia, please, Kabwe.
I think I'm talking instead of Kabwe. I don't know. I'm getting some weird feedback. I hope everybody can hear me.
Yes.
Yes, so one of the examples we were thinking about is a project we did, I think, was it quite a couple of years ago, 2018, I think, which was a festival. It was called the EU Festival. It was like with different embassies and the EU locally, and some different local creative organizations. So we were like one of the people. So the budgets, the funders were like the different embassies in the EU, and the budget was kind of divided into like different parts. So it wasn't very big on our side. Nearly, I think, around $25,000, somewhere there. But that was like part of the overall project. And then, so the problems that were like, I think we encountered is, one of the things was kind of the budgeting towards marketing, and like trying to, what's the word? Try to convince the donors, the needs of like big budgets on marketing, and that's really like necessary if you want to do something big. That like social media alone is not enough, and like printed flyers from your office is not gonna make it. So I think that was like a challenge to put value on that in general. I think also a challenge we encountered is when, I mean, that was mostly also with the EU, is like, when money then also comes from the social background, then there's a need for a lot of M&E and documenting. And then at the same time, you're trying to create an experience for your audience that is fun and engaging, and you don't necessarily want to like go and collect loads of data after the event. So trying to kind of combine these aspects of your needs from your funders versus the experience you want to create for your audience were some challenges we encountered, and these kind of stringent measures of reporting with that.
Sorry, I can hear, and I don't know who are with the.
Sorry?
So I mean, a second, please. I don't know who are with the okay, this song. It's okay, you can continue, please.
So I think I kind of combined the second and what the problems encountered in management and performing obligations question. So we were happy with the end result. So I think we give it like a 80%,
Okay.
but I think those were some of the challenges we encountered on that particular project.
It's okay. It's okay. Thank you. Well, it's okay. We can develop more about your project. So tomorrow we can see on the forms. Thank you. Now I'm going back to Callisto. Are you here from Kuzula? Hello? Hello, Callisto? It's okay. I can hear Callisto. I don't know what's up. So from Zimbabwe, Magamba, please, Vera.
Hi, can everybody hear me?
Yes, yes.
All right, so sorry, I've been trying to multitask, writing notes and also trying to think of one of our experiences. So I think for Magamba, the one thing I could think of is I think it was 2020, getting into 2021, we had a project called Safe to Create. And basically it was a part of a 3-year grant that we had. But I just wanted to mostly focus on 2020 to 2021 because 2020, obviously, as you all know, we went into COVID, and the initial project manager for that specific project then left the organization, and a new project officer known as Vera then had to come in the middle of a pandemic and in the middle of not understanding what life meant. So I think in terms of like, it was very difficult because we had to pivot a lot of our activities. And again, like I was coming in with no knowledge of how this project worked, how the donor functioned. A lot of the project was really based off of a lot of international travel, a lot of physical events. So it was about a lot of reimagining how, you know, how to then still meet the donors' requirements, because a lot of donors during you know, the early months of COVID were actually taking back some of their funding so that they could realign it towards COVID issues. So we had to really justify why we still needed the funding. So yeah, so in terms of like just trying to manage administration virtually, meeting a new team virtually, in terms of like the finances, you know, realigning budgets and pivoting budgets, pivoting programmings, trying to also constantly be in communication with the donors to make them understand that, you know, we're trying to do something completely different from what we initially pitched because of the current existing environment. We also had a lot of delays in payments to our beneficiaries because our the banking system was closed and it was down, and a lot of our beneficiaries didn't have bank accounts. So trying to get them to figure out a way of opening a bank account where the whole country is closed is also very difficult. And then also like just trying to, you know, submitting reports and just understanding how the whole system works it was really very frustrating. In terms of whether it was a success, we managed to get away with it. So yes, I would say it was a success. And in terms of the percentage of satisfaction with the project, I would put it at 75%.
Okay, thank you, Vera.
All right.
Okay, so now Crossroads of Zimbabwe. Melody, please.
Okay, so for us, I gave the example of the certificate in professional music. It is a 1-year certificate, and we did it over a 10 years period. It was funded over a 10 years period, so starting 2013 to 2023, the end of 2023. And over that 10 years period, we received $400,000 from the Norwegian Foreign Ministry. And the challenges with the administration was that we had new management taking over from old management. So I kind of just joined, like I'm referring to myself here because I kind of just joined the organization to save a situation. And so there was quickly this one guy leaving office and I'm taking over. And there was no time for handover, takeover. So there was a lot of things that were not explained. And I had to grapple my way to kind of get the orientation that was necessary for a smooth takeover. And then also what happened was that this project was managed by the embassy, the Norwegian embassy, and all the time the ambassador would change because the ambassadors always have a term of office. And then in the middle of the project, you have to connect to the new ambassador who had no idea about the project, and then you had to start all over again. And sometimes the former ambassador was like keen and would like to move forward and would like to introduce new things, and then this new ambassador suddenly comes, and then you have to start all over again, and they're not even keen in what you're doing, and you have to start lobbying again and all of that. So it was kind of a back and forth kind of thing. It was an experience with that. And and then with the financial administration part of things, it was a pilot project. There was no program of the sort happened before. We had the ABRSM, the Associated Board of Royal Musicians, the British curriculum, but this was a new curriculum altogether, and it was created kind of addressing the African contemporary music styles. So the way that the curriculum was developed, the way that it was set was all very trend-setting. It was all very new in a way. The challenge with that was then finding that sometimes you'd budget for something and then you'd find that it was actually more expensive on the ground. And then the fact that it was happening in the 3 countries, and Mozambique, Malawi, and Zimbabwe, sometimes it was cheaper in Mozambique and difficult to then justify double the cost in Zimbabwe, for instance. And then, of course, also the regulations with currencies was crazy. So you'd find that in Mozambique, they would just receive their funds from euro to Metcash. In Malawi, the same, from euro to kwacha. But in Zimbabwe, then you'd then probably have it in Zim dollar and then US dollar. And it was just crazy. And then it was at one point, what did you call it? There was like electronic rates of currency, and then there was also hard money, hard currency. It was like 4 columns of trying to report for different expenditure. It was even crazy for the donors to understand. That was for the financial part of things. And then we also realized, because it was a pilot project, we also realized that there were some things that we estimated. We underestimated the fact that the marketing would be so expensive. So we had allocated very small amount for that, and we had to re-engage the donor to realign resources. Sometimes they approved, sometimes they didn't, because of the implications of realigning costs and all of that. So yeah, those were some of the implications on the financial side. But altogether, I would say that it was 85% successful. Not entirely successful, because there were some things that we thought we'd be able to achieve in the 10 years that we still could not achieve, because the bureaucracies in the country were difficult, especially with regards registration and accreditation of the organization, of the academy project. But everything else went super good.
Okay, thank you, Melody. K Media, Eugene, please.
Hi, thanks, Emerson.
Yes.
The project that I'd like to talk about is one that we conducted from the end of 2019. That would be December 2019 up until August of 2020. It was financed by the Festival Connects Fund, and the budget was under $50,000 US. The name of the project was the Idea Bridge, and the concept was that we would be the lead partner in producing a multimedia piece of art that would be exhibited at multiple festivals across the UK using virtual reality. So this project was coordinated by ourselves, K Media, a studio in the UK called Slurpee Studios, and an individual consultant who primarily worked in coding. We were supposed to partner with Chichester Festival, Manchester Animation Festival, and we're also supposed to exhibit the final piece at the Comexposed convention here in Zimbabwe. The challenge, as you might have guessed, is that, Brexit and COVID both kind of combined forces to just make sure that it was extremely difficult to maintain or stick to the terms of reference. So all the participating organizations experienced a really high staff turnover, and the project in itself had to change because originally it was supposed to be viewed through virtual reality at these festivals, which is it's very physical. But then of course with COVID-19 and everything that was happening with the pandemic, the idea of sharing apparatus, especially apparatus that goes on people's faces, it just went straight out the window. So in terms of difficulties, those are some of the administrative challenges. In terms of the finances, we managed to report and utilize the finances. Unfortunately, because the project ended up going way beyond what we had planned in terms of schedule, most of the partners ended up dropping out because it couldn't, the budgeted amount couldn't sustain them because it ended up going on for over a year and a half. Did we achieve the results? Yes, we managed to produce the piece, but the format ultimately changed. It was exhibited as planned, but it didn't make it to any of the festivals that we originally intended because all of them were canceled due to COVID-19. And then our percentage of satisfaction with the project, I'd also put it at 75% because we ended up completing it with less than 10% the original staff. So yeah, a lot of people lost sleep, but we managed to deliver something viable. Yeah, and that's it.
Okay, thank you, Eugene. I mean, I miss Angola, University of Malawi, and then Kuzula. So from Kalis, hi, I'm facing you with my, it's okay, Kalis. It's okay. University of Malawi, I can see Kondwani getting again. Please, Kondwani. It's okay. I can hear Kondwani. Now, Nani, Anacleta from Angola, are you still here? It's okay. We have just 18 minutes. I would like to hear all of you consideration about that questionnaire, and then opinion for we develop more than the questionnaire are, because the questionnaire will be our base for developer discusses about the project management on administration finance. So please, everyone who want to accept or give a comment, please.
Yeah, I'll just say that I thought, I mean, one of the common themes that I kind of picked up a little bit was when Tristan was talking about a bit of the misalignment, like not quite budgeting enough for the project. And I think Melody kind of touched upon something a little bit related, that sometimes, you know, the expenses don't align with what you expect. So that kind of really mirrors, I think, a bit what I was trying to describe with the project, with the Vision 2036, is that, you know, the budget and the client vision and our vision somehow got all out of whack. And I think for me, that's one of the kind of overarching themes that I picked up throughout all of this.
Okay, thank you. So another one who want to give a comment and suggest for we develop better than we have the questionnaire, please?
Okay, so just correct me again, Emerson, if the ultimate objective is to develop a website which becomes a reference point for arts and culture organizations across Africa to be able to access it and to be able to identify the possible challenges that they may face and the solutions to that, then that would be it. I think that then this questionnaire would suffice. But if it depends on how, my question is on how the website is going to be presented. Is the website just there to articulate and inform on financial and administrative issues? And then if it's like that, then we possibly may also just need policies, to look at policies, because for example, if the website is going to look at just some items that needs some kind of financial and administrative awarenesses, then I could probably, maybe the organizations here can even share their financial policies, because those also speak to those kind of solutions. But if we just trying in the website to just pose the challenges and the solutions, then this questionnaire would be enough. But if you just want it to be overly informative so that anybody can just use it for their finance and administrative kind of introduction to finance and administration for cultural and creative industries kind of thing, then maybe we can also look at policies or financial policies. Because if I can share our financial policy for our organization, you'd find that there are some solutions or some stuff that is addressed there that may probably not raise in this questionnaire, but that could also assist in developing content for that website. So it just depends on what exactly we want to achieve through the website.
Okay, so on websites, we want to put the relative materials for support. For example, exercise results with different types of financial reporting for the budget, and then a lot different manual of procedure. So now we ask for our culture, Minister of Culture here in Mozambique, for give us the letter for have the permits for go for us for different ONGs here in Mozambique, for they give us the relative manual of procedures. For we put the procedures on the website, okay, and some exercise, some budget for we discuss. On the second workshop, I will invite 3 or 5 different people, project managed cultures, auditors, administrative project manager, for they talk about their experience and they give us what they have, for we develop more than we expect, things like that. Yes, Melody?
Okay, yes, I hear you. Yeah, I hear you.
Yes, so for example, for tomorrow, I'm going to ask all of you fulfill the questionnaire. I mean, with the link, all of us can work on the same questionnaire. Is it that 3? All of us we can work on the same questionnaire.
Yes, we can all work on the same.
Yes, please, everyone can fill the first, the 2 examples on your line. So there is the first thing I'm going to ask, and the second one I'm going to ask for all of you send for me the examples of the project you reported. project that you reported, because I need to have a relative project here. I'm going to show tomorrow the examples with the projects we reported, and we're going to discuss the problem. So on that project you're going to fill, you can send the example. You don't need to send it with exactly numbers of budget. I need just example for we discuss, because we need the solution for results. Just that. Okay. Everything you have, if you mean it's necessary, you can send it for we discuss. Okay. I'm clear for everyone.
Yes.
Go through that.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you are very clear, Emerson.
Yes.
You are clear. Very,
Okay.
very clear.
Thank you. Okay. So everyone have something else for Accept here.
Pardon?
Everyone have something for Accept here on our questionnaire, or some suggestions or something. It's okay. If everyone don't have nothing more else, please. Can I have tomorrow or today or tomorrow morning the questionnaire filled by everyone? Melody, you want to talk again? I can see your hands up.
Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to lower it actually. I forgot to do that. Let me do that now.
It's okay.
It was for the first time. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. So please, I'm waiting for that questionnaire, an example of financial reports. It's okay. For today, is it okay? Is it 10 minutes to 5? But it's okay. We can hand it for today. Tomorrow we've got another day and another work. Thank you for everyone, and see you tomorrow at the same time.
Sorry, can I just ask one thing?
Yes,
before
please.
we close? I was just sorry, the example of the financial report, maybe I didn't fully understand. Is it just any financial report, or like it doesn't, because the templates are different for different funders. So is there anything that you're looking for in particular, or?
One or two or different types of financial reports you mean you can send, just for we analyze the problem all of us face. I'm going to give two examples from Sipati. If you have a one or two, depends on you.
It can also be just an annual report, or like a management report, or it has to be a project report.
Just
doesn't matter.
Just a financial or does a financial report with narrative reports. I know narrative reports normally it's very extensive road. Maybe we can give a simple example, but the financial reports you can give that you mean is it okay for sure?
Yeah, that's what I meant, like not the narrative, the management, so the financial report for the whole like organization, or like a project-based one.
Just project.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. It's okay.
Thank you.
It's okay. Is it okay for everyone?
Yes, it is.
Okay, it's okay. So see you tomorrow on the same time. It's okay. Bye-bye, and thank you for your time.
All right, thank you.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow.
Okay.